and welcome once again to the PodTalk podcast, the podcast that we explore ideas, technology, and creativity. So today we've got amazing guests that we have in the studio. We are going to take it into another direction. So this is another phase of a series where we are diving into much of the innovation. So today with me we have the innovators that have joined us here at the Unipod, and I'm very glad that they've done so much as the innovation is considered. So I would want them to at least take a moment and explain themselves. Yes, we just know them by their names, but we now need to know a bit of the background of them. So I think I'll start with you, Moses. Just get us through yourself and maybe your career journey. How's it been?
Wonderful. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
As you've said, my name is Moses Kamchedzera,
Yes.
and by professional, I'm an energy engineer.
All right.
Yeah, by passion, I'm an innovator,
Yes.
sustainable product innovator,
Mm.
but also I do waste management, waste to art initiatives.
Mm.
Yeah, but also I'm into renewable energy.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Now to you, Khumbo.
Thank you so much, Isaiah. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
So my name is Khumbo Mindiera.
Yes.
I'm a biomedical engineer.
All right.
I'm also a clean energy innovator,
Wow.
and I'm also the founder of Mindiera Innovations.
Okay.
So here at the Unipod, we are developing a project called CBEC. So CBEC is more of a hybrid system that combines incubation, cooling, and electricity all in one. So my work is at the intersection of energy, food security,
Mm-hmm.
and climate resilience. So basically, we're asking the question to say, what if we build solutions
Yes.
that are going to work in the real communities
Yes.
and not just in labs? So
Mm.
that's the question we're trying to answer.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. I don't know what's with the energy side. Both of you come from energy. What is it about it? Is it something that everyone in the energy area will have to be an innovator?
I take energy as a driving thing.
Okay.
It drives the economy of the country.
Mm.
Everything needs energy.
Yes.
Even for you to come and host this podcast, it means
Yeah.
you still have some energy
Mm.
to do that. And as far as technology is concerned,
Yes.
energy industry has to be advanced
Mm.
from one level to another.
Mm.
That's where innovation is coming in the
Yeah.
energy industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because problems they do change
Mm.
from time to time,
Yeah.
and that means their energy need may also change from time to time.
Mm.
That's where we need people who do innovations in the energy industry. Not just innovation in the energy industry, but specifically in the renewable energy industry, because the world is very much conscious with the environmental issues. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Wow. I think you even talked about the current resilience.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I feel like, one of the most just to add on
Yeah.
what you said,
Yeah.
most of the fascinating issues that I've seen lately is you look at the news outlets and it's so sad to see that only 4% of the global islands have access to electricity.
Exactly.
Think about it.
Mm.
And it's a sad thing because we have a lot of innovators really
Yes.
tackle that.
Mm.
But now we're looking at the issues of climate change. See, in my case, we're using batteries from animal manure, right?
Mm.
So we know that animal manure can help us with a lot of things
Yes.
in agriculture, but also it is a problem
Mm.
because it emits methane, which is a greenhouse gas.
Mm.
And it's more dangerous, like 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Can you imagine? So the same manure
Yeah.
is also affecting our environment. So we as innovators we need to come up with solutions that are going to tackle all these issues.
Wow. I think now coming to the solution part that you're talking about, I think I just introduced it to the people that this is the innovation desk. This is a different series
Yeah.
from other podcasts. We want to get into the solutions now. How do we drive them to the people who need the solutions? Because there have been so many initiatives that have been on the ground. We want to do this for this, we want to do this for that, and yeah, we need people to get to see a different side of the life, but we still have the same problems. You're talking about renewable energy. Is it this for everyone?
So you mean the access to renewable energy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is going to be very because now when we're saying we're using iron renewable, which is readily available, and we're saying we wanted to have community projects. So this is community based. It means we're targeting the people in the rural areas. We're also targeting women and children, because as you know, it's mostly women and children who suffer the most in the villages, according to statistics. They're the ones looking for food to feed their children, and energy is at the core center. And if you go into the local markets, for example, if you go to Zimbabwe today and go to the markets section where they're selling vegetables, all you're going to see are women selling
Very
vegetables,
sure, yeah.
and they don't have access to cold storage. So it's you look at the women, you look at the children, stuff like you say, okay, this is our being target audience, and this is what we need to help these women and children.
Wow. Moses, are these solutions really addressing the challenges that people have on a day-to-day life?
I would say yes, and I would give it a doubt somehow because I am in the energy industry and I do study some recent stuff that have been done recently as far as the renewable energy is concerned, especially the biogas issue that we're talking about. You know, biogas industry in Malawi has been relying much on the donor funded projects. And you know what those projects does sometimes is that they only run whenever the finances are there. Whenever the finances are there. Or even innovations that green innovations, sometimes they just run as long as the funders are there. Once the funding ends, then the thing ends there. But that's a very big concern to me. That's the part that I'm doubting that sometimes it doesn't work because of that aspect. But it works if we take it as something that will make people earn out of it. So that's the approach that I take. If I say, my brother Isaiah, you have a farm.
Yes.
Let's say you have 20 cattle, and I have a biogas system. Maybe 20 cattle can produce you much biogas than you need. So I will say, okay, I'll be buying some of the biogas, that excess biogas that you'll be producing, and I'll be selling it to some clients that may need it. So you'll be earning out of the biogas systems that you have, and I will also be earning out of it. Other than just having a funder that will just fund the project, yet maybe there is nothing that you're getting out of it consistently for a long period, and there is nothing that I'll get. As long as the funds end, everything goes off. So it's high time that we invest in the renewable energy that will make people earn out of it. If you say people should transition from using magara, it means you want to give them something that will also make them earn as they were earning when they were using magara. You see? So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to renewable energy.
Wow. I think I didn't picture it in that way. We just see the end user, but leaving behind the person who is trying to process this and bring it to the other end. I think it's very important to look at it in that way. I was about to say we rush, but now, in this business aspect, how do we structure it? Because That is a very good example. In a case where we are working with a farmer who hasn't really done so much in the education aspect, there will be a lot that you have to emphasize to them that they need to understand. How can we structure this? If we are in this state, how can we structure this?
There are so many structures that we may deploy. Some not start them from scratch. We may learn from other countries, of course, because I believe that innovation is just not starting from scratch. You have to learn from where people have built, and you start from there and make something that suits your country. Yeah. So in my case, I believe that in a scenario where we have people that doesn't have a technical know-how of the systems, maybe in the rural areas, we just have to have a sensitizing initiative where we bring those people together and understand what we're trying to do. If you attach a thing to make those people earn out of it, they are going to be very attentive. They are going to be very keen to understand what you are trying to say. So, me as someone who is trying to bring the technology, as an entrepreneur, energy engineer, I come to you as someone who is not very knowledgeable about the biogas initiative, but you have the potential to make biogas. So what I would do is, I would say, you make biogas farmer. I will be a go-between, somebody who sells the biogas to those who are in need, take from you and give it to the client. So I'll come and educate you on how we are going to do it. So, for example, I'll come with a biogas meter. When you make biogas, I compress it into cylinders. Then I need how much biogas I've compressed from you and pay you for that. Then I take it to the client. I also count how much biogas I've supplied to them and they pay me for that. So in so doing, that approach really can make a difference.
I love that. I really love it. I think maybe it has already been in your mind, as we are doing the innovation and everything.
Yes, it has been quite a long time. It has been in my mind for quite a long time, and I have had chances to learn from a number of people, as I'm saying. Not just a number of people, but also a number of companies in different countries. Recently, I think I was in Zambia, learning the same issue, biogas production and totally. Yeah, so exposure matters a lot when it comes to innovation.
Wow, amazing. Wow. Now, Khumbo, let's talk about the journey from having that idea to your prototype.
Well, it's a very fun story. So, coming from the Unipod wasn't the first idea I had. So I talked to my grandmother. So she was the first person that I told. I was like, there's this problem that I have a solution. And I was very excited. So she's the one that pointed me out to the video. You know what? I think you need to go to this space where we're going to find like-minded people like yourself. Because I'm not in your field, I'm not in your same. So go to the unicorn and you will not regret this. And I did. And when I first got here, I met one of the engineers and guys, I have this idea and this is what I want to do. It was a very rough idea because at first it was just like, okay, I have this idea to make electricity from any type of fire. And these guys were like, okay, so any type of fire, what are we going to get? And I was like, okay, now I need to start thinking, where am I going to get the heat, the fire? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I went back home and I was thinking, what else can I do to have this source of energy? And that's when I came across biogas. And I came back and I tasted it. And I'm like, okay, now you're talking. Now this is innovation. You know what I mean? So it's like these guys have been there from from the start.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Despite the makers, I used to come here every day up until now. I used to
Wow.
come here on the makerspace every day with my laptop and Wi-Fi,
Wow.
researching, and it's every day. So through the mentorship that I got from here, I was able to get grants. I was able to get some international awards, some local awards, and from there, that's when I was like, okay, now we need to take this funding and do the prototype.
Yes.
And we did the prototype, and all through the mentorship that I got here. So despite the business incubation that I went through, but trust me, this space has done a lot for me in a year than what I've been doing like for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Trust me. So that's yeah, started as a funny story, but now we're looking into expanding into new communities.
Yeah. I think I'll just want you to stress on the part where you talked about researching more on your project.
Yeah.
There are other innovators that they come with an idea and they say, if I go to research, I may take myself into other people's projects, but I just want to put it in my own ways and just make it in my own way. Is it possible to get to see other people's projects and remain in your way?
Exactly. I think the most important thing to do as an innovator is to research more. You need to know what people do because this is innovation, it's not invention. So there's a difference between inventing something and innovating.
Yeah.
So you cannot innovate where you haven't researched. Otherwise, you'll be doing the same thing over and over again. Right? So you need to research, do your research, and innovate from there. Right? So if you're building a house and somebody has already built a house, and this is how people build houses in Greece, for example. That's how they do it. So if you don't know how they do it, you're gonna build a house that's already in Greece. It's already like that, exactly. But you trying to improve on that.
Yeah.
So you go to Greece and say, okay, I built a better house now, better than whatever you're building already. So you do on top of what others do. That's innovation.
Amazing. Wow. Moses, take us through your journey.
Okay, I think there are so much that is much connected to me when it comes to innovation.
All right.
Because my passion is not just in the renewable energy. I have diversified. My passion is very much diversified. Okay. Yes, say waste management.
Yeah.
And waste to other. Yeah. So my journey started in 2023 when I just graduated from Lucas. By the way, I wanted to be an academician.
Okay.
But
okay.
in the process, everything went down, and I said, no. I think the question that I asked myself was, if I didn't do school, how could I be different from anyone? Or what would make me of great value apart from school? Yes, school I've done school, but what's the difference between me and my classmates? Is there any difference? So I began on a journey of discovering myself, my passions, and what will make me great value. So that's when I discovered that I'm very passionate about innovations that help people in the climate change issues in Western. And then that's when I started an innovation of turning plastic waste into diesel, petrol, LPG, and grease. That's what took me to move us and Department of Research and Innovation. Yeah, so we worked on that project with Malawi of standards, we tested the samples. Yeah, so that project is still ongoing. And then I also embarked on another project of making air extensions from sea suppliers. So the goal of making paper from these from plastics was to eliminate the plastic waste that we have in our communities and connect it to clean energy. the goal of making biodegradable hair from sisal fibers, content, was to be an alternative hair for plastic hair. Because in developing countries, plastic hair is very cheap as compared to any hair.
Yeah.
So it is very common in developing countries, including almost over 70% of women put on plastic hair. So I saw that there is a need for us to bring an alternative hair for this hair, so that we can reduce the plastic hair waste that we have in our community. So I developed that product and with help from Zanchi Union. And that's when I also started migrating into the renewable energy sector because I saw a great need of converting the agricultural waste into renewable energy. He was saying issue of Zimbabwe market, we have even Nibe and all other districts. We have a lot of markets that have agricultural waste that can be turned into music. So I embarked on a journey of kind of fabricating my own biotech system and trying to make a local affordable system that people buy and use in their communities. And then I got a funding from Global Youth Organization. Yes, and we are still implementing those biotech systems. And there are also other projects that are on the pipeline that I may not mention them here, but they are still in the lab. I think next time we come here, that's when we're going to talk about them. Yeah, so currently that's where we are.
Which one was the one that you did? I've just forgotten the brand, but it talks about who's an Malawi.
Yes, that's the biodegradable hair.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biodegradable hair from Konji.
Wow. Amazing. Wow, it's very interesting to hear how you get to pass on some of the content in town and you see someone is looking at the product from it. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. We can talk about the ideas that we come up with, but there's always this aspect of innovation ecosystem.
Yeah.
Very big challenge. How do you maneuver this? And I would say, how has been your experience to get through, to see how you to see yourself overcoming such challenges?
So I would say that the most or the biggest challenge for especially young innovators is access to funding. So as an innovator, when you're starting out, you have an idea. This is what I want to do. But you don't have funding. Nobody really funds an idea unless it's Shark Tank or whatever. We don't have that yet, right? So how do you do it? You know, I was lucky because I found some competitions that were looking for just ideas, right? So you have an idea, you come to us and pitch it to us. We'll give you some funding, you do the project. But this is a competition. This is over 500 people competing for 3 sports. And to come out as top 3 is hard, right? To get the funding. So that journey has been slow, but with the help of the Unipod, it's with the mentorship and everything. I'd say that I was lucky to be here. You know, to have access to the funding, the technical support, and everything. Other than just staying at home, I think I wouldn't have been able to get funding like that.
Yeah.
Because even for the funders, they say, okay, you are attached to Unipod, we trust you. You're not going to run away with the money because now you're surrounded with professionals that are going to help. So, you know, that's one of the things that I always urge people to do. Always attach yourself to have a test. Connect. This is one of the ecosystem drivers. So this is in Malawi. This is one of the biggest ecosystem drivers. So if you're looking at the innovation ecosystem, then you're looking at Unipod, you're looking at EMA, you're looking at all these hubs that are bringing innovators together. So I would say that for me, my journey through the ecosystem has been through,
Yeah.
ups and downs, but I think we're where we are right now because of spaces like this.
Okay. Oh, amazing. Really, maybe you side needs.
Yeah, I think it's nowadays that we as youth are very concerned about innovation. Innovation is everywhere. I think for sure. Every day you see someone coming up with something. I believe there are great innovators out there, maybe who are willing to do something maybe better than maybe us, but maybe they didn't have that opportunity coming of let people acknowledge their innovations. But I would say my journey in the innovation ecosystem has been challenging, yes, but what mattered to me was believing in myself, believing in what I would deliver.
Yeah.
As he has put it, it is always a challenge to find resources for innovation. And to my case, you would even have the resources come, but because an innovation, sometimes you do try and error, try and error, and you find out that the resources have ended, but you have no prototype because you have to still polish up for you to have a market. Yeah, so for you to balance life and the innovation part, it's really challenging. But what I would say, what I believe is in, you know, God created this world as an indicator. That's what I believe. Because whatever you're gonna start, whatever good or bad you will start, you will be supported. If I start stealing today, I'm telling you today I'll find people or tomorrow I'll find people that will come in and support my stealing. Yes, they are there. So we shouldn't have a mindset that will say, I'll lack funding if I start. No, 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 no.
Wow.
There are like-minded people out there who support you and support you.
Yes.
Yes. So if you are a fellow Malawian, a youth like me, you don't have enough resources, but you have a great idea. Work on that idea. There are people, there are organizations, there are individuals, there are government bodies that are there that will support your idea. So let's take away the thing that the resources are challenging. No. Let's embrace the nature that God has created, that we can be supported whatever we do. Yeah. So I believe it has been simple because I've found people that have supported my channel. I've found organizations that have supported my channel. And I truly believe that it is going to be a different story in the near future because a lot of people are going to come in and support the initiatives and things that are large.
Wow. I like how you framed it when you talk about the support. Now that you've talked about it, despite the challenges, you've said there was always that support.
Yes.
Maybe can you maybe at least highlight maybe some of the support systems that maybe you have in your journey in bringing up the issues?
Wow. Thank you. In the very beginning, my first innovation of converting plastics to use fuel, I got a call from Mogas through the head of research and innovation, uh, saying they want to support my innovation.
Wow.
And that's when I came here and worked on that innovation. It went well. We had samples, products, and we went for tests. We understand that it was a tremendous support, and I really appreciate that. And from there, I didn't stop there. I had an idea of making an alternative hair, plastic hair, as I put it. Yeah, so as he put it, that I had also a privilege of being accepted at an idea there.
Wow.
which is sometimes there because
Yeah.
supporters want to see the actual product
On the ground.
on the ground and
Yeah.
they will be willing to support. But Zanchido initially, through European Union, when I applied for it, they accepted and I got the support of developing prototypes, market-ready products that were tested. And currently, I'm venturing into, I think, mass production so that I can make growing demand for the hair. So that's the second support that I got from the European Union. And then when I started the biogas initiative, it was also at an idea stage. But I had a privilege of getting a funding from Global Youth Mobilization. Yeah. So you can see that all the initiatives that I've done, it's not just me funding the initiative from my pocket. No. But there have been somebody or a certain organization that has been there supporting me. What matters is you having the idea, frame it well, and bring it on the table, bring it open. And there will be people who are interested to come in and invest in that. But we still have to have caution. We still have to be very alert when it comes to protecting our innovation. Yeah, because there are some people that may seem to be supporting you, but they may steal your innovation and benefit from it before you benefit. So I think I would also say that one of the benefits that I'm getting from this Unipod, I don't know if PTO is part of the Unipod.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so Technology Transfer Office has been an office that has given me an intellectual property conscious mind to say whatever I do, whatever innovation I do, I make sure I protect it before I come open to the innovation ecosystem.
Yeah.
So if someone is there and would like to come open about their innovations, they would also consider about protecting it before they come open for support. Yeah, but there are other innovations that are not protected. They will just come forward, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but for me, I would say that's how my journey has been. So it has never been me.
Yeah.
But my innovation being supported by other individuals. I have had, apart from organizations, I've had individuals whom I even have never met them, but they have sponsored me in my journey of innovations. They have pumped finances. I've talked of traveling to other countries just to learn those things. I haven't funded myself. There are individuals that have put in money just to support my initiative. So it's not about me, but there are people who also have the same mindset I have. So they are willing to support. So if you are there, you have an idea, don't just sit on it. There's also someone who has resources who is thinking of that idea, but you don't know how to do it. So if you come open, he also come to you and you're going to make a very great.
Wow, amazing. I think in your statements you just remind us. Our first episode that we have on the channel was about the intellectual property and the Office of the Technology Transfer. We had Mike and Steve Njani who explained about it, and it was a very good session. I believe that the people that are listening and are watching to this episode, they will get to understand this episode that they'll have to go through and understand what it is all about. Thank you very much for reminding us. Khumbo, yeah, you've been quite for a while. Yeah. But now, I would also want you to bring in your experience. Yeah. Besides the challenges being there. Yeah, I think you can explain to us maybe how has been the support. Maybe how can you classify them the support systems Yeah, I think that would be good.
I think the first one
Mm.
I've already explained it. So the first one is this place, Unipod.
Yes.
Great support,
Mm.
mentorship, lab access,
Mm.
everything that you an innovator might need,
Yeah.
right? But as he has pointed out,
Mm.
there are also individuals that are just gonna come in and say, what, I want to support you. So like at the Malawi University of Science and Technology, we
Yes.
have the head of research and innovation, Professor Khumbo.
Mm.
So he's been a great mentor and an advisor. So every time, even I'm preparing for like a PhD, for example,
Mm.
I always put him as an advisor.
Wow.
So if you're like, okay, I'm preparing for this PhD,
Mm.
I need him as an advisor on the team. So he's part of the team.
Wow.
And he does that willingly.
Wow.
And we have here at the Unipod, we have Mr. Mindiera.
Mm.
He's a mechanical lecturer, mechanical engineering. He
Mm.
does mechanical engineering. Him also just willingly supported to say, you know what, I'm supporting project and becoming your advisor.
Wow.
Simple as that. So like these individuals
Mm.
that are gonna come into your project and say, we can advise you.
Mm.
Maybe it's not about financial support,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's the guidance.
Mm.
How you're going to move maneuver through the markets from where you are. So these people are always there to say, you know, you did a reference test.
Yeah.
This is it. You did what, this is it. So those people are the people that are always gonna come and support. So
Yes.
I think I would classify them as one of those ecosystem builders.
Mm.
That's the first part.
Yeah.
And the second part would be individual support. And for my family as well, just being here when I had no family, right? That we count family and friends as also part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
even me
Yeah.
coming here, I didn't have anything. I just came. You know, I just have this idea and I believe in so much.
Mm.
You know, we have no rent, we have no phone. How are you going to support yourself? So you just come here and say, you know, I have this idea and I want to do it. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Yeah, like family, friends, they'll come through for you, and when you're there, when you get this funding, and things get rolling, you remember where you come from. Always come back where you come from, and that's why it's at the back of my mind. I'm like, okay, these people are there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I mean, family and friends can testify to this. I just came here like that time I wasn't even working. I was just focusing on the project. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, let me just focus on this.
Mm.
You know, and no full-time jobs. Right now, I just get part-time jobs just to support myself. Because if I get a full-time job, how am I going to work on the project? Right?
Sure.
So like imagine you are a CEO of a certain company, and you're also reporting to another CEO every day. It means you're just working for that other person. You know what I mean? So, but if you find yourself to say 4 hours a day, I'm gonna work with this guy.
Yeah.
Because one thing I also have to say out there, if you want to start your own company, you have to work under someone first. Because you have to know how a company is run. Sometimes the work experience is gonna help you start your own company. So for me, I've been working for like 4 years, and I've worked for startups. So in Malawi, outside. But like the thing is, I made sure that I was always asking the CEO the right questions. Working under the CEO, project managers. How do you do this? Let me help you with the budget. Let me help you with the project proposal for your next business a startup. Let me help you. So in that, at the back of my mind, when I started my own thing, I was able to say, you know what, I know how to write a proposal. I know how to write a budget now because I've worked for other startups. So like you can be a young innovator and you have an idea. Maybe you're not ready to put it out there. You can reach out to him, reach out to me and say, okay guys, I want to join your company. How did you write a proposal? And then from there we tell you, okay, go to the interview. This is your idea. We'll give you some tips. This is the budget format, for example. This is what I used to get the funding. Use it as well. So that I think that would be one way that young innovators out there who are just starting out would use. So I think that's my advice and that's my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way.
Sure.
So now that you talked about overcoming all these, I wouldn't say the challenges besides, but I'll say coming up, having the possibility that you can come into the space, that makes me believe that there are more innovations or ideas that are coming in that you want to do.
So from my side, I have two categories as you asked. So the thing is, my innovation is because my innovation is kind of it's a hybrid system. So it has three innovations in it, right? So the first one is we're producing electricity from the ground. So that's like I want you to imagine a house or a hab, right? It has two rooms. So the first room you have an incubator. This is an incubation.
Yeah.
And the other room is a cold storage.
Mm.
And you have sort of like a storage, like a small room in between where you're generating the electricity. This is powering this and this. So it's like if one person who comes there, I just want this project, I just want to produce electricity. That's also a project. Someone will say, I just want to have the incubator. But how are you using the incubator? Also taking the heat from the biogas. So it's all connected and the cold storage as well. So it's like you have a hub where people in the community just come and say, okay, I want my tomatoes to be in the cold storage. Also have eggs to build them. And you know what? I have chickens at home. What if I bring manure? That means you'll have a discount. You can even buy the manure from them. It means they'll reduce the cost.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll just pay for the service because we know the incubators themselves are expensive. So we're just charging them the service, right? Not buying the whole thing. So that's our first category of buyer, right? But also looking at people who have big farms. They have money. We can build this system for them, bring it to them. So I would say that I think we're looking at it in terms of the whole community impact in terms of because as I was saying, it's going to put the same level access to electricity.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't also forget that it's only 14%. The whole Malawi have access to electricity. And when you think about it, it's like, how come I'm walking around town and I see electricity? It's not I think because the system is that we have towns and then we have certain other areas, we have urban areas, and then we have rural. So it's
So how do you see your innovations maybe in the coming years?
so what we've planned out right now is what we're not planning that is going to help us go into pilot testing. So in the next year, we'll do the pilot testing. So we'll start small. We'll start with 3 communities. So we have our prototype testing out in 3 communities and get the feedback. So this feedback is going to be so important because now we're going to the community and use it to get more.
Yes.
Because now we're saying communities. And this is the feedback, the user feedback. We want to deploy to at least 500 to 1,000 by 2027.
Wow.
So, you know, by impacting 1,000 farmers per family in Malawi is like maybe 3 people, 5 people. That's like 5,000 people
Yes.
in the first year. But the next year, we want to focus on getting this feedback from the pilot, right? And using this feedback to even expand to do more communities. So we'll start with Atlanta, we'll reduce the cost and then we'll start here. And we'll impact 3 communities, from there we'll do the data collection, everything we'll do it here. Come back and review and see, okay, you know what, this is what the people want. This is how the people are perceiving.
Yeah.
Because Mubas has done a study before on the use of biogas in the adoption, right? It's about 70 something, but like even for the people in the rural community, it's about 70 something percent. People are willing to adopt the biogas, but there's still some resistance because people don't understand. When you look at the issues of safety, I've had even my own aunties at home saying, we can't use biogas. What if it explodes at night? You know what I mean? So it's like, you can imagine. So people are afraid to use biogas. It's gas, you can't see it. So how do you, I mean, when I was pitching, one time they asked me, how safe is your biogas? That was the hardest question. They asked me a lot of questions. How safe is your biogas?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not the unicorn. I know you make it safe, but like, but how is it safe? I'm like, that's one of the things that we're looking at. So, yeah, that helps.
Wow, amazing. Coming back to you, Moses. I believe there's more that is coming. Yeah, but maybe just to give us a brief, how do you see the next year coming? Maybe what are the plans?
I will explain them in categories.
Yes.
I think the first category would be in part of sustainable AI. We started in 2023. Yeah, in 2023. Then 2024 was mainly for developing prototypes. And 2025 has been mainly for testing, piloting, to see how people are going to accept it.
Yes.
Now, coming this next year, we are starting mass production. And we're going to start saving our district that time, and then take it to other districts. When it comes to biogas, we've been planting some small scale biogas systems this year, but we want to get a little bit more advanced by bringing in technologies in the biogas system. Because normally in Malawi we don't have biogas systems that are attached to the technology. Because we want to have a system where we can be able to not only just produce biogas, but also we can be bottling it, like in the cylinders, like how we do it for the gym. We bottle it in the cylinders, and we give it to those who cannot produce the biogas when they need it. Yeah, so that's what we're venturing this next year. And on the other part, on waste management, we want to, we are already having that product, of course, but it's under production. So we want to be converting plastic waste into uh, clothing materials that will be later on be made into very durable parts. We will be turning by taking plastics into cloth-like materials that will later be changed into very, very durable parts next year. So, and we'll be venturing into making biogas from sewage, especially the institutions, government projects, as movers, how many projects, number of projects, a lot of sewer manure every day. So, what if we make new energy producers? So that's what we're making to next year.
Wow, amazing. So now let's take it to a president perspective. Let's take it to a young man who saw you on Facebook on the who's a Malawi stuff. So he looks at you and says, "This guy got funding. I want to go there." Can you advise this guy?
Yeah, I would say the first thing that this guy has to have is he shouldn't underrate himself. Yes, he should have that courage and he should believe in himself and whatever he's doing. He shouldn't have that notion of not getting resources for the project. That's the first thing that he should have. And the second thing is what he said, he should learn from others. You can come to him, you can come to me and say, how do you access it?
Yes.
Or he can easily just be, we have a lot of information sources nowadays. There are open applications that are there. Even they are sent on WhatsApp platforms,
Yes.
some are, whenever you search on the Google platform, they are going to be open. Some are very simple in the application process, and they don't need much. Yeah. So he should also start trying out his luck on those applications that are open and that are not that difficult to apply, and seek guidance to those applications that may seem difficult to them. And also, they shouldn't just sit down waiting for the funding. They should make sure that even if they don't get funding, they still have that product working. Because in my context, I believe that even though I might not be supported, my innovation shouldn't die. there should be always a way of developing what I want to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they shouldn't wait for the funding. There are some funders who would always want to see a working thing for them to support. So that will also make him ready for those funders to say, if they are going to come and say, where is your incubator? You say, this one.
Yes.
Yes. So he should be ready for those even funders. That doesn't accept only idea. Yeah. So even if, sometimes when I was at our village one day, I wouldn't know how I would get into the CISO air making, and I went to our farm and started extracting some fibers and tried to mimic how it would look if someone regrets in their head. So even if low resolution prototypes, even if you use cartons, at least that should make a starting point of you developing the prototype. At least you should have something to show people. That would also make a very great difference. And the one thing that I should advise, he should know when to come with it and when not to come with it. Because nowadays, we are very much interested to come open. Youth are very much, now we are content.
Yeah.
Content.
Kupanga
Kupanga kena kage, pastedas.
Yeah.
Kupanga kena kage, pastedas.
Yeah.
Mind you,
Yes.
Pariso and Family, they have resources,
Yeah.
they don't know how to do it. Once you expose it, they will know how to do it, and they are going to make it before you make it, and they are going to benefit before you benefit. Yet you are the owner of the innovation, and you will not benefit. So, in short, what I would say is, believe in yourself. Know when to come open, and make sure you protect your innovation, and make sure you are ready even to show something to those who may need innovation. Learn from those who have done it before, and you shall be able to progress.
Amazing. Wow. Very much that you've talked about. Khumbo, maybe this young man looks at you, you've gone outside the country, he looks at the awards, and he sees the progress, and now this guy wants to put in the shoe. Definitely, there are things that when you stand right now, you see, like, how does it done that? Maybe how can you approach this person to give them guidance?
So the first thing I would say is don't start with the solution. Don't be too excited about the solution without identifying. So the first thing is identify. Find what Malawians are suffering from and use it to find a solution. Most people are just excited that I want to develop this, but who is going to use it? Who needs it? Right? So first thing is find the problem and use it to find the solution. The second thing is find the right connections. Right? You don't need to know the manager for this company. All you need to, as he has put it up, you can just start at home. But sometimes when you look at hubs like this one, right, you might think they're so expensive. You just need to come. All I can advise you, just come here and ask how much is it for a young innovator who is in the village.
Yes.
You come here, you have to make it good. You might even meet someone here and say, I'm gonna pay for your membership, for example. And it's not that expensive. For me, I started out with 7,000.
Yes.
I paid 7,000 to have access to what I cost. So I would advise just do it. Don't just sit at home. You can do it at home as well. Do it. Go out with people. Go out with the right people. There will always be someone who is willing to help. But then there's nobody to help, right? So, and another thing that most people don't talk about is discipline, right? Most people don't talk about this. We just overlook it.
Yeah.
So you have an idea, but you're not working. You're not giving it time. You don't have discipline towards whatever you do. It even applies in school. If you don't have discipline, you fail, right? So you have an idea, you want to have a startup, but you for example, you're always out drinking. I'm not saying drinking is bad, right? I'm not saying drinking is bad, but you have a presentation tomorrow. They'll call you here, and you come here drunk. You don't have the discipline, right? So if you don't have the discipline, no one is going to invest, and you're such a high risk that nobody is willing to invest in you because of your behavior.
Of
Like
course.
your behavior doesn't matter. Like you can do whatever you want, but when it comes to this, you have to be serious with your idea. So meet any young man. I even talked to this about like I was talking to my little brother about this. He was asking, "What is this?" And I was like, "You need to be focused. If you want to achieve something, you need to put your energy there. You can't take your energy out on things that are necessary." So that is one advice I would give to the. And this is the most for me. It's the most important thing. Like I've done so many mistakes, and I've realized that without discipline, you can't achieve anything. You know, like the football fans that are out there, you know Cristiano Ronaldo. He's still playing. He's 40. He's 40 now, right? I think. Yeah. But like he's still scoring bicycle goals, right? Like he's doing all these things because he has that discipline. You look at other players who are so talented, right? But they drop out of the race early because they're just out there partying, doing this. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying sometimes you just have to focus your energy on the thing you want to achieve, and then maybe you can build up by one later. I don't know, but yeah, that's all I would advise.
Wow. That's amazing. Thanks for the advice. I believe all those that are watching us, they really get what they need to do. And it's always good to hear from someone who has experienced a thing so that we can go and so not to have troubles. Yeah. I think in the world of innovation, I'll say now we have a privilege that you get through first and you overcome the challenges, and now that is another advantage for those that are coming next after you, that they will get to move at the place very easier than maybe you got. But yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So we're gonna do something a little bit. I know we've been so formal throughout. But yes, sort of a game, but it needs a fast answer and don't overthink about it. Yeah. All right. So let's start. Let's start.
You choose. You
All right. The first question. The problem is when you think, okay, anyways, we'll still do it. For you, Khumbo, what's the best tool or the machine at the Unipod? Okay. Who's this?
No, piano.
Okay.
Yeah, piano.
All right, listening here.
Yeah,
All right. The second one. One innovation in Malawi that inspires you?
The Canadian too by Meko.
Wow. Okay.
Me, apart from my own, I think this game is stressful.
Okay. Um,
That's so shame. I have a number of them and they are trying to
you
be
just put one.
just one.
Yes. Um,
Okay. Is it just Malawi or something?
yeah. Malawi.
Malawi.
Yeah.
No, William can go.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Um, mhm. Of course, you've mentioned about it, but I'll still come to it.
Yeah.
If you had limited resources or limited funding, what's the first thing that you would do? Mm.
Uh, Find my own project, I guess.
Okay.
I would invest in my initiative.
Okay. So now with the first aspect, in the same aspect, if you had unlimited funding, what would you do?
So I would have a hub, a
Okay.
unit, and
Okay.
fund unlimited projects.
Okay. For you, what's
Yeah, I would reach out to communities through the private initiative.
wow, amazing, amazing. I love how the session has gone, and I've learned a lot. Some things you get to know them, and you're like, oh wow, I think I'm updated. And you
Then
tell,
I'm just-
yeah, and you tell your friends, I know a lot of things. And now you come to a chat like this, and you are humble. Okay. But yeah, I think it's a very good thing. Also, that you've mentioned the space of Unipod. I think we always say in our episodes that you look at the facility, you look at it as very expensive. Yeah, but the facility is there for you to use it. Um, at the Uniport, you can come. A tour is free. You come to tour in spaces and everything that we have here. It's for free. You don't have to pay. And even the memberships, as you pointed out, they are very fair. So you don't have to stress yourself with having an idea like, oh, so how can I do about this? We have the technology transfer office, as you mentioned. I think you mentioned about it. Yeah, they're here for you to mentor you and to take you through. The experts here, the technicians, and all those that you want, the lab technicians in every spaces. So come and get to see the space and everything that you want to do. There's a lot that happens here. You can get through our website. You can also get through a different session that the been online that we've been streaming. There's the top cities, people talk about it, even the things that are in here. So amazing that I had you guys on the panel. It has been a great talk. Yeah. I think in the previous, I would just say the previous episodes, I think in the first one we had Mike and Steve. So they are professions that they mentor people and you're like, maybe because they are mentors, you look at it like something just doable. Yeah, we had Tamara. Talks about it very easily because she's been there. But now that you've come and you talk about the innovations that started 2023, you're like, okay, so it's just 2 years down the line. Yeah, so I think it's really doable. Yeah, and thanks for the advice to the people. I believe they've taken the advice. Yeah, we need to step up as Malawi. We need to bring in more. Very much interesting that you talked about. I don't want you to go out having something like, I would have said that. No. I'll give you this moment. Either it is to maybe stress on the advice to someone, or you just want to bring out something that will start and inspire someone. I think this is the time that I can give you, that you can, at least say something that you have that you really wish that you can say about it. So you start.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say innovation simply new for energy book.
Yeah.
I've been sorry for less management.
Mm.
No. Kuma innovation, but also
Yeah.
even in the music industry, someone gifted in the music, and they say,
Yes.
no, I wouldn't, I wish I would be you in the new energy. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Be innovative by your sector.
Wow.
Some they do poetry. Be innovative with your poetry. There are a number of ways you can do to be innovative. At least. So I would encourage my fellow youth to identify themselves who they are and be innovative at what they are, so that they create their own value. And their value is what is going to pay them.
Yes. Wow. Amazing.
That's correct. So for me, in closing,
Mm.
I think I'll just summarize. But I'll just say to the young innovator out there, start now. Believe in your idea, right? Meet the right people. Focus And the last and most important thing, discipline yourself. Please focus and discipline yourself. Focus all your power into this idea. Believe in it. Once you believe in it, everybody else is going to believe in it. That's how it works. If you don't believe in it, nobody else is going to believe in it. How simple as that. Aside from you having faith, right, you must also believe in yourself. Right? That's how it is. If there's a God in you, then you believe in yourself, means you believe in that God is. So it's like, just do it. And follow these steps. Follow what they say, follow what I say. I think you have all the resources.
Yeah.
Maybe just to add, sorry.
Yes.
You know, whenever we have a common issue, Malawi, when we have to about
Yeah.
But you know, I believe that God, when God created you as a youth,
Yes.
He knew that you also need the resources to grow.
Yeah, sure.
And He invested something in you that will make people give you resources. Now, I know people struggle to get employed, but they may not know that maybe the solution is themselves. Just discovering what they are and be doing it. Ambrena ona kuda inakuzira ndinali kungore ndizikarola zinyala ndumapanga something like that. But that's what God made you to be, and that's what you aim from that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at despise our gifting and focus on the papers that we have and say we are giving to you. No, that's not gonna benefit you. That's not gonna impact people. Identify yourself.
Yeah. I think a very good reminder. Just something of the current. If I'm not mistaken, even in the public sector, they've hoarded to employ people for I think for a while.
Yeah.
They've never stated on how much.
Yeah.
We are only talking about the private sector. So the private sector is you to create the private sector.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think very good that you pointed that out, and very good that you guys came and you shared your knowledge. Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. And yes, we are always glad to have different people to talk about different issues and different things here in Unipod. I believe in the next coming times, I think you'll be the people that will be mentoring other people, innovators that will come here to guide them. I believe you're open for that.
Yeah.
So yes, they've said you can reach out to them, maybe to consult on them or on things that you want to do. Maybe you have something you're thinking on how you can do it, but you don't have the ideas. Link them. You can get different ideas from them as well to bring in a very good thing. Thank you very much, Moses and Khumbo, for coming in. I know being an innovator, you're always busy trying to think, how do I solve this, you know? But yeah, I think for us, it's a privilege that you can. It's amazing that you made your time here. Yeah, I believe you are coming again next time. We want to talk more and how everything is going, and yes, yeah. Again, here from the Unipod PodTalk podcast. I'll say this is the first of its kind. This is the Innovation Desk series. So this is the first episode. We're bringing you this. We'll be bringing in different innovators. Most definitely, they may come again to share us more on what they're doing, and definitely other innovators that are around that we may link up to. And it has been a very good time having people here. We still proceed. Yeah, but I would say for this year, this is the last episode that we're giving you. Yes, from here, the Pod Talk, who is behind the camera, our producer, Mr. Omar. Yeah, running up and down, doing everything to put everything in order. Yeah, we really appreciate from him as well. And hear from your host, Isaiah Kasunda. Very good, thanks that you guys always follow and you are there to get the advice that our friends are coming with. We've always said you can give us your feedback through the same email, You can give us feedback through the YouTube channel or on the Facebook page. We are ready to hear from you as well and also to help you. Until next time, for now, I'll say wishing you a happy new year. Until next time we meet again. For now, it's a goodbye.